is Kcal News, Los Angeles.
I'm here to announce an indictment charging 4 defendants with operating one of the largest human smuggling rings in the nation.
And now at noon, federal law enforcement charges 4 people accused of smuggling more than 20,000 Guatemalans into the U.S. And a break-in at a Bel Air mansion, how investigators think social media played a part in that. And Pope Francis suffers a setback as he remains hospitalized. The very latest on the pontiff's health just ahead. And welcome to Kcal News at noon and streaming on CBS News Los Angeles. I'm Leslie Marin. Well, breaking news this morning, the U.S. Justice Department says they have broken up a human smuggling ring responsible for trafficking tens of thousands of undocumented migrants to the United States. Assignment manager Mark Liu at the desk now, live with details on this, Mark.
Yeah, Leslie, so the U.S. attorney said in this news conference that 2 of the 4 ringleaders of this massive human smuggling operation were arrested locally right here in Los Angeles, and that this smuggling operation spanned multiple countries, smuggled tens of thousands of people into the United States, and lasted for more than a decade. Now, let me play some of what the U.S. attorney had to say in this news conference. Take a listen.
The indictment alleges a transnational criminal organization smuggled approximately 20,000 illegal immigrants from Guatemala to the United States via Mexico, and then transported these aliens to cities throughout the United States. They held individuals smuggled hostage for months, threatened them and their family members with violence, and others, including children, were killed in a horrific car crash in Oklahoma in 2023.
Now, 2 of the ringleaders were arrested here in Los Angeles last Friday, but a third, this man, Helmer Obispo Hernandez, is still a fugitive. And the U.S. attorney says he actually called one of their agents while the ringleaders were being arrested and threatened to kill investigators by chopping off their hands. So needless to say, he's considered very violent and dangerous. Now, this is Kcal video of Homeland Security investigators conducting an operation that appears to be related to this smuggling ring bust. This was in the Pico Union District last Friday. Here and at one other locations, they say that they took evidence into custody here, and 2 men were taken into custody accused of being ringleaders in this decade-long operation where the DOJ says the suspects would solicit people in Guatemala to come to the United States and charge them between $15,000 and $18,000 for the trip. The suspects would hold the immigrants hostage until they paid, and then they would ship them to various parts of the United States. Now, the U.S. attorney mentioned that in October of 2023, a 4th defendant allegedly caused the death of 7 migrants when he crashed a vehicle. Let me show you some pictures that they sent to us. This was pictures of that crash in 2023. It was apparently during a smuggling operation happening in Oklahoma. 3 of the people killed in this crash included a 4-year-old. And this vehicle was being driven by one of these ringleaders, according to the Attorney General. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office. Now, all 3 ringleaders in custody are facing life in prison or the death penalty. The 2 arrested here in Los Angeles, though apparently they've already been arraigned, Leslie, and they've pleaded not guilty. That's it here from the desk. I'll send it back to you.
Mark, thank you so much for all those details. Well, jury deliberations continue in the murder trial of Orange County Judge Jeffrey Ferguson. Judge Ferguson is accused of shooting his wife to death in their Anaheim Hills home in 2023. Now, prosecutors say the killing was intentional. The defense claims it was an accident. The jury was handed the trial back on Wednesday of last week. Now, back on Friday, they submitted 2 notes to the judge, one asking for clarity related to the involuntary manslaughter charge. Designer bags and what look like $100 bills all scattered on the street. All of it left behind after a break-in at a multi-million-dollar home in Bel Air. Kcal News reporter Tina Patel tells us how social media posts may have put a target on the victim.
I was just talking to a neighbor who says her daughter heard an alarm go off early this morning and she saw some people walking around with flashlights, but she didn't realize that a burglary was taking place. They're now going to check their security cameras to see if they caught anything that could help investigators. What's unusual about this burglary is when police arrived, piles of what looked like $100 bills and several high-end bags and purses were scattered on the street. Now, we have connected this home to a woman who's an author and, according to her bio, a self-made multimillionaire. There are several posts on social media where she's posing with stacks of cash, but it's not clear if that money is real or not. We asked police, but they would not comment on the items that were left on the street and what, if anything else, thieves might have gotten away with. All they would say is that the burglary call came in around 1 this morning. They think there were 2 suspects who got away in a vehicle. We have reached out to the homeowners. They had posted recently about going on vacation on social media. We don't know if that might have made them a target. We've asked police. They're asking anyone who might have information on this crime to come forward. In Bel Air, Tina Patel, Kcal News.
A magnitude 3.9 earthquake struck the San Fernando Valley, rattling some nerves last night.
It was so scary. I've heard some noise, and after, the ground was shaking very hard.
Yeah, we felt it here in studio. The shaking was picked up on the seismograph around 10:13 p.m. People felt it all the way in Orange County. Now, thankfully, there were no reports of significant damage or any injuries. Well, it's a cold, chilly start to the day. Kcal meteorologist Paul Diano here now with our next weather first forecast.
Hey, Leslie, I love that we live in an area that in winter this is cold, but it's cold for us. We should be.
A lot of people today saying,
yeah,
it is so cold, so chilly.
It was chilly. It was jacket weather this morning. It's kind of sweatshirt weather still outside right now. Claremont only 53, Simi Valley breezy 53, Malibu 56, Temecula 57. Of course, yeah, other parts of the country would beg and plead for weather this warm, but for us, it's almost 10 degrees cooler than average. Los Angeles, only 61. Trade-off is we get lots of sunshine. It was at a premium this weekend. We had clouds at times. Some of you got some showers, even a few downpours. That storm is gone, but in its wake, it's chilly. Mount Wilson, only 36 degrees right now. Hollywood Hills beginning to warm up a bit, 62 degrees with mostly sunny skies. There is a wind advisory through this evening for those of you watching us in the Antelope Valley. It's been windy all night. It's been windy for the first half of the day. The winds will relax, but still be breezy into the afternoon. Our LA coastline from Long Beach all the way through Malibu, and then the Ventura County coastline, and then our inland valleys, the Santa Clarita and San Fernando Valley, also under a wind advisory through this evening. So highs today for us, this is chilly. Early March, first Monday of March, only 63 for Los Angeles. Valleys and Inland Empire, only 61. Not only do we stay chilly this week, we're going to get rainy again. We'll talk about when the rain arrives for a second time. That's coming up. Leslie.
Thanks so much. Well, breaking news now this morning, another medical setback for Pope Francis, who remains hospitalized for double pneumonia. Now, according to the Vatican, Francis experienced 2 respiratory attacks and is using an oxygen mask to help his breathing. According to his medical staff, the pontiff's prognosis remains reserved. As the Pope remains hospitalized, the cardinal is expected to lead upcoming services for Ash Wednesday. Well, President Trump reacting to the very latest comments from Ukraine's president saying, quote, "This is the worst statement that could have been made by Zelensky." Now, the post on Truth Social was accompanied by a headline there from an AP article. Ukraine's Zelensky says end of war with Russia is very, very far away. Now, President Trump is expected to meet with his national security team this afternoon to discuss next steps on Ukraine. Following Friday's very heated meeting at the White House, European leaders welcomed Zelensky this weekend at the summit. Afterward, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer said he spoke